Okay, here's something that's been creating a lot of interest over the past year, and that's when we profile a helper. People who are doing amazing work in communities right across Australia. So let's have a look at this week's wonderful helper.
They were in the mode of setting up a men's shed, and I didn't want to be part of it, and I got talked into it, and I've been here ever since. It's my sanity. I come here to release a bit of tension in my own self.
11 years ago, Neil Nugar Edwards suffered a stroke. He lost his mobility and his livelihood. But he soon found a new purpose, volunteering at this community-run workshop.
Howdy, fellas. Well, they call me the project coordinator, and some people call me the pain in the butt, and some people call me a good person. You reckon that's finished? Eh? Let me have a look.
We were very fortunate right from the initial setup to have the services of Nugar, or Neil Edwards. His previous background as an apprentice training instructor gave him the necessary skills, but I think more importantly his personality has brought a lot to the shed.
The Port Augusta Men's Shed is an initiative of the City Council, set up to deal specifically with mental health issues facing men.
Yeah, Port Augusta has been predominantly a working class town, with the main industries being the Electricity Trust of South Australia and also the railways servicing the north and west of the state. And about 15 to 20 years ago, both went through a restructuring process where quite a number of the men found themselves redundant, and that created its own social issues within the town, with those men finding themselves unemployed at an earlier age than what they were expecting.
Some come here because they're feeling depressed and unwanted and useless, and I know how that feels. And well, I'd say within 3 months, they're converted. They turned around. They're asking me for jobs they're not reserved.
And while much of the activity centres around gifts for grandkids, the shed also takes on small paying projects from the community.
We've made things from blanket boxes through to toy boxes. We even made an old milk cart that 2 dogs towed along. We don't charge an arm and a leg for it. We're not here to make money, we're here to keep the doors open till next year.
It's somewhere where men can come and talk about their problems and meet other guys and make things.
Oh, I love it. The companionship and the mateship. We help each other out, and someone gets into trouble, I'll give you a hand, you know. And it extends outside of this place as well, and that's good. It's a brilliant place, really is.
Malcolm Dykey Davis also volunteers his time and expertise. He's one of Nugar's biggest fans.
When I first met him, I really didn't know what to think, and I thought, good heaven, he says them things to people, but all taken in jest, and it's all part of it, all part of the helping and doing and whatever.
Oh, ow! Not another homer.
Yeah.
Come on, mate, we got to make money here.
Do we?
Now I'm back on the floor, on the shop floor, talking to everyday people with everyday problems the same as me. And there's always someone that's worse off than you.
I was out there and depressed and everything, and I was just got myself into a quandrum where I didn't know what to do, and my wife and that, she said to me, I think the best thing you can do is go to the men's shed.
When Graham Ellis lost both his sons in tragic circumstances, the men's shed and its colourful project manager provided him with some much-needed therapy.
I think he is one of the blokes that has helped me a lot with his cheerfulness. He's always got some witty thing he comes out with, or when you're doing some work, he always says it's only got to be rough. I will always say back, yeah, just like your dog, rough, rough, rough.
The men's shed is specifically aimed to reduce social isolation within the older men of our community. It's also reducing depression and also increasing the socialisation, increasing friendship opportunities, but also giving them an opportunity to feel useful again in their lives.
The line between volunteer, member and mate is often a fine one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
The volunteers definitely get as much out of it as the participants, and just the camaraderie that occurs here in the shed. You can come in on any given day and everyone's happy and joyful and having a joke with each other and a laugh. So yeah, it's a great place to come. There's a great sense of belonging.
Don't spit on it. Don't.
You've got to have the heart to give, and I think Noongar's got that, and I think that's the real key issue. All up, the result is very good for Noongar and the participants and everybody.
We got sponge cake, so it's not too hard for you, all right?
All right.